All right, welcome back. Today we are shifting focus from the buzz of the city to the backbone of the nation, agriculture. While tech, trends, and elections, are making the headlines, they're dominating the news circle. There's a quiet crisis brewing in the fields. With me is a man at the helm of an organization that represents millions of Nigerian farmers, a veteran agricultural advocate, and he's now tasked with rebuilding trust, restructuring the system, and restoring dignity to the nation's food producers. He's the national president of the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Dr. Farouk Mudi. Alhaji, you're welcome to the beam.
Thank you very much.
All right. It's beautiful how we play around both Alhaji and Doctor.
No problem.
It's a beautiful thing.
Correct.
Okay, let's get into the conversation. We've been talking off camera and all that about why this conversation is important. First, I will congratulate you on the milestone achieved. Yeah, the recent one.
I appreciate.
Yes. So looking at your mandate, what does this new era, what does it look like for the organization under your leadership? What does it really look like? The strategies. What are you thinking about?
Thank you very much for that important question, because I believe that much of the problem we are having in food insecurity, really the fight in Afan really contributed a lot. Because if the farmers are not organized and we are disintegrated, the power that we can face our challenges, both on facing the finances at the government side, bringing investors, you understand, all of them, they have no way to come because of litigation. Nobody will want to invest his capital when there is litigation. So that was why I believe in these 4 years, farmers suffered a lot because of this fight that people are thinking is little. I was even thinking that even the government will come in between that fight at that time to make sure that farmers came together. Look at us, the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, being the apex body of all farmers group, that is commodity association, which are more than 82 commodity associations that are registered with CAC, which the AFAN is the voice of all the farmers and them. Because you cannot take a rice farmers president to go and start talking about the piggery farmers or the groundnut farmers. It's not possible. It's only All Farmers Association that can speak in one voice for the interest of the for the farmers in Nigeria. So that is it. And then by them not coming together, if there is any challenge that we can face government and so on, we cannot do that. So all our powers are disintegrated, and so that is why the farmers down, they are suffering. You can hear that the president is injecting money into agriculture, governments is injecting money, but you, the media, you all bear witness with me that the farmers, when you go down the earth, they tell you they don't see anything. Where does it go? So I believe that there is missing link, and I'm telling you, I stress that, I'm telling you, AFAN is the missing link, because it's the one to link between the government, investors, and the smallholder farmers. And believe you me, smallholder farmers is, whether we like it or not, they are the food basket of this nation. Because they have no other business than that farming. Whether they have profit, whether they do anything, because they don't have anything to do. And bear with me that agriculture, whether we like it or not, is the highest employer of labor in this country. Look at what is happening all over with insecurity towards north and everywhere even. The All Farmers Association, because we are in one place with Mieti Allah, the cattle yards, everybody is in that place. And when we were disintegrated, so when there is fight between the herders and the farmers, conflicts, nobody comes in between. Often we used to come in between to call if there is anything that, yes, a farmer says, okay, these cattle have eaten my crops. What we do normally, we bring the president of that cattle yards, we bring the farmers, then we now sit and settle them without even intervention of the government. We solve their problems. We've been doing that over 100 years. That has been happening. And there is route from Mali down to Port Harcourt. There is route where cattle are passing. And All Farmers Association of Nigeria is the one checkmating whether those routes are being eroded by other local, especially local governments staffs. When they allocate, they don't know those places. They allocate them. Cattle will pass, millions of cattle will pass from the north to up to Port Harcourt. In coming back, all those roads were planted with crops. They can't fly. They cannot fly. So sometimes it's necessary that they have to eat. And when they eat, there is that fight. But when the Old Farmers Association of Nigeria, anywhere they pass it, we always go through. If any local government erode those places, we go and intervene and tell those government that this place, there will be trouble. And we make sure that we record when we are telling them. And if there is anything, then we bring them in.
All right.
But because now nobody checkmates that, you understand? So they do whatever. So the conflicts, everything is there. So I stress and I tell you, often is the missing link in that point. Because once we break in, nobody speaks about the farmers in general. So that is one thing. So now what we are trying to do, first of all, after this victory, I called upon all the commodity associations. We now sat down together with them. They come back there to their mother's room. We now are okay. We have settled. And all other stakeholders, we call them. So now our strength is full now. So we are ready and we are putting all our work plan to face our challenges. I'm telling you now, look at it. I don't want to talk about other institutions. Let me stay in my own. But however, it's necessary to cite an example. For instance, NLC, they have a very good power. You understand? Even if government says something, they want to make pressure to the government to turn around in their policies. When their population is less than 2% of the population of the country. When we are more than 70% of the population, but we are voiceless, we are powerless. So that is what is happening. We need to come back together and we need to put out politics, ethnic, or religion out of issue of agriculture if we want to succeed. And that is what we are trying to do. And that is what we are doing now. And thank God, everybody is tired. The moment we had this victory, everybody came in place. I am even surprised within the shortest limit of time, everybody is now happy. All our children, that is the commodity associations, are now coming back to the mother's womb, so that now our powers, we can now face our challenges together.
It's good that you have gone straight a little more into some of the major conflicts around the nation when it comes to agriculture. So let's go back into the herders-farmer clashes and the conflict. It's no more just it's no more just a security issue. It's not just a small security. It's a real threat that continues to rear its head from time to time. And so the question then becomes, you have already started highlighting it. How do we make sure that this is settled? How do we make sure that this is resolved? How do we manage it in this time, in this era? How do we make it better?
Yes, I can tell you we have a lot of ways to do that. However, when there is damage, so the damage control will not be as easy as anything. Mm-hmm. If I tell you to destroy this building, in one day you destroy it, but rebuilding it will take you some time. But we know the ways to do it, because since we are together with all the leaders. And remember that often structure starts from my humble self down toward level. State chapters, local government, up towards structures. We all have those structures. And all issues are done at the ward level. And then for them, they are at the world level. Like I was telling you, that these people, because of this fight, they were all not together again. So now that we reform them, we restructure them, they are all together. If there is any issue, we will inform the government, we will inform the security apparatus that this is what is going to happen. Something that is beyond our powers, you understand, that reconciliation cannot do. But we will sense it before it even initiated, ahead of time. And then we alert the security. And we will always note the time that we alert the security, so that if there is anything, we will now mention over the media that we have informed so person. If they are even involved, we will expose them. So the information, if you remove us, you cannot get the information. So the information will be right from the grassroots, because sometimes it happens in the night. What happened? Securities and so on, they are not gods. You understand? They have to get information. So information starts and initiated from us. And so that is why now we are reforming all our structures from the state level, local government, and all level. Look at the strength of AFAN. Only our executive members from my humble self down to world level, ESCO members, I have 103,000 executive members. Looking at the strength of AFAN. And in our database, we have over 50 million now. And we want to reach...
So again, you have over 15 million. 50 million registered farmers?
Registered farmers. And we are still registering. It's real time. We will have to get to that 80 million. By the time we voice anything, it goes round. And of course, we need to have the help of the media, because if we do not enlighten the media on what is going on, because everything we can do it in our own room, but to escalate it, we have to use the media. That is why we have to use you. And if the media do not understand what is it, the nation does not only belongs to the president or myself. It belongs to everybody. If there is conflict issue and then the prices of food and scarcity of food keep escalating, it affects you and it affects everybody. Maybe it will affect me less because I farm my own food. Even if I don't sell, I will eat. So that is it. So definitely we have a lot of ways that there are some security things that cannot be voiced out over the media.
All right. It's good you have gone into food. And for me, who might not be farming, I would go hungry if I don't get somebody to sell to me. But you see, with these inputs that are skyrocketing, and we're seeing farmers for maize production and all that, they're abandoning the farms, with security, inputs and all these things. How can government, what would government do at this time, to step into support? And how are we pushing, making that push? What are the direct things we might be doing? And I mean, AFAN in this case, what are we doing to make sure that we're keeping these people back in the farms? Because they are the ones that can feed the nation. If the nation is not well fed, then we'll go out of, existence, basically.
Yes, just that, like the wise men said, any nation that cannot produce its own food can never stand the test of time. Actually, is very, very alignment to know that the inputs that we are using in farming, the prices are skyrocketing. You understand the high cost of inputs, fertilizer, and what have you. Even the issue of mechanization, everything goes high. How can the prices of commodity coming down because of the license that the government has provided to import some food to Nigeria, like rice and maize, and then the farmers are complaining? Yes, of course they have to complain, because you cannot go on business that you know that there is no profit and you are losing and you still continue to do it. It's not possible and it's not wise. However, at this point, I can say I have seen some journals that they are pushing the blame of the government only, and then we have to be fair to all parts. We have to be fair to the government side, and we have to be fair to the farmers' angle. We are at the middle. What happened? There was tense pressure on the government. I know that there is hunger in the country, people are dying, people cannot feed themselves, people cannot afford to buy foods, and so on. So that thing pressurized the government to give out license, to have like a cushion to public. You understand? And if you come out, because I'm a farmer, and come out publicly and said, no, I start abusing the government, why did you give the license? The common man that cannot feed himself, once even in a day, if I go out here, they will stone me. Definitely, because what they see is what provides on their table. So they need to have something that is affordable. So government has to look under pressure to that angle. But at that time when they gave out that license, it was the time that we often were in that litigation.
All right, let's hold it there, because we're going to be taking a break. And when we come back, we'll continue from that thought. You're watching The Beam, a place where the old is reckoned with, the future is interrogated, and power is held to purpose. Stay with us. We'll be right back.